Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special webinar hosted by NTL in collaboration with the government of Nauru. We are proud to announce that NTL is now officially licensed to receive and process citizenship applications for the Republic of Nauru under its Citizenship by Investment Program. I am Rim Fadel, Assistant Manager at NTL, and I will be your host for today. Thank you for joining us. Before we begin, we are excited to share an exclusive offer for all attendees, 70% discount on our service fees for applications in July, 90% discount on our service fees for the first 3 applicants from the attendees who will apply directly after this webinar. This is a limited time opportunity for those ready to take the next step toward a second citizenship. Now, let me introduce our 2 distinguished guests who will walk us through the details of this program. Mr. Imad Elbitar, a trusted expert in global residency and citizenship programs and managing partner at NTL, and Mr. Nikolas Jones-Juma, Strategic Partnership Director for EMEA and Country Representative for Nauru. Over the next 45 minutes, we will explore the details of Nauru's program, benefits, legal process, who qualifies, and how to apply. We will start with brief introductions, followed by a session for questions and answers. We will also answer your live questions at the end. Let's get started. Mr. Imad, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Reem, and sincere welcome to everyone joining us today. It's a pleasure to speak about what I believe one of the most unique strategic second citizenship available today, Nauru Citizenship by Investment Program. I have worked with citizenship program across Caribbean, European, and the Pacific, and I can say with confidence that Nauru stands out for 3 key reasons. It offers unique access, a clear legal structure, and fast and effective processing. At NTL, we are proud to be officially licensed by the government of Nauru to present and promote this program. We also like to give a special welcome to Mr. Nikolas, the country representative of Nauru. We truly appreciated your time and present with us today. It is an honor to hear directly from the government and this exciting opportunity. Mr. Nikolas, the mic is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Imad, and thank you very much, Reem, for hosting this webinar. I'm equally excited as well to join you and speak on behalf of the Nauru Economic and Climate Resilience Citizenship Program. The program for Nauru was launched towards the end of last year, during Baku in Azerbaijan. So the COP29. And the reason why it was launched at that time by the government of Nauru and directly under the directorship of the president of the Nauru Republic, His Excellency David Ading. The reason why it was launched there is basically in the name. So the name of the program is Economic and Climate Resilience. So the objective of launching citizenship program at Nauru was basically to generate funds for the communities. So Nauru is a small country in the Pacific, and unfortunately, according to the United Nations Vulnerability Index, Nauru ranks as the 5th most vulnerable country in the world. And in the Pacific, it's the #1 most vulnerable country to climate change. So what's been happening in Nauru is that the coastal lines are receding. So we basically need to move the communities from the coastal lines up to higher grounds. And so we have an initiative. The government of Nauru has an initiative called Higher Grounds, and that needs funding. So the funds from this program will go directly into a national development program to help the communities and to provide for clean water, irrigation, etc. So that is the main objective of the program. And that's why it was launched. And we are very happy to have NTL as a official licensed agent, which means NTL can work with the program, the government of Nauru, directly anywhere in the world, and to offer the program to potential applicants. Now, I forgot to mention earlier that being a representative for the program, I'm very proud that we are playing a small role to have this big impact on the island. So you can imagine it's a small country, and the funds that are coming from this program will make a massive impact. So with the work of NTL and other agents around the globe, we will have, and we are having already, an impact. So the program, as I said, was launched recently. However, we're working with reputable agents such as NTL, and we are also receiving applications from all over the world. We have applicants from Africa, from Europe, even stateless. So it's one of those unique programs, as Mr. Imad Baitar just mentioned now. The unique thing about the program is not just the integrity of the program and how we run it, but also the processing time. So we have approved the first bunch of applicants in less than 3 months. So we're saying 3 to 4 months. So the speed is very important, but not neglecting the due diligence and the background checks, etc. So it's a very rigorous program, and we're proud that we run the program both on the island. So we have a team on the island in Nauru, and we have a program team in New Zealand. I'm based in Dubai, but I travel around, so I cover EMEA region. Yes. And I'm very happy to answer your questions later on. But I just thought I'd give you a quick brief of what is the program. It is a contribution-based program rather than an investment. But,
thank you very much, Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Imad. And let's get started with the first question. Mr. Imad, to start us off, what are the main benefits of obtaining a second citizenship in today's world?
From my experience, second citizenship really is about peace of mind. It gives you more freedom, security, flexibility. Whether you travel or business, or you have long-term planning, it makes it easier to visit more countries, opening bank accounts, or set a company's work abroad. And in today's uncertain world, and a lot of turbulence happening around us, many families now understand the importance of having a legal backup. I recently worked with a client from the Middle East who used the second citizenship to enroll his children in European school and access better healthcare without dealing with the long visa delay or rejection. So it's really not just about mobility, it's about creating option and stability for you and your family's future. And what often began with plan B is very quickly became a plan A.
That gave us a lot to think about. Now let's look at Nauru specifically. Mr. Nicholas, could you tell us what kind of citizenship program does Nauru offer?
On the cost side, I mean, it's very clear, not only on our website and on the documentation that hopefully NTL will provide applicants and go through, because that's part of the consultation, and we rely on agents to do that. But what I can tell you is it's one of the most effective in terms of cost. And the good thing about it is, it starts from 105 USD, but the good thing about this program is that you can include so many family members, right, into the application. And we can talk about this later. But in terms of what type of citizenship we offer at Nauru, it is a citizenship that is not restricted, does not require you to revoke your current nationality. And it's also a citizenship that can be offered to stateless individuals, people without current citizenship. For example, there's a big stateless population in Kuwait. There's a big stateless population in Asia as well that people are not aware of. But it's not something that's only in the Middle East, but it's actually widely common that you have certain population who either lose their citizenship or because of migration, not essentially not have a citizenship. So that's what we offer. We can talk about the specific details because the cost structure, as I'm sure NTL will go through this, is, for a single applicant is 105, but then, for a family of 4, it goes up to 110, and then family of 5 and more, 115, slightly higher, with just a small increase, but, we can talk about, who can be included as well. And I think that is what the exciting part about the program.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. Mr. Imad, can you tell us who is eligible to apply and what are the main criteria?
The main criteria that's main applicant should be 18 years old, in good health, and have no criminal record. One of the important things is also the source of fund. It should be entirely legal sources. The government conduct due diligence very carefully and keep the process tied to secure and transparent to secure this program. Essentially, Nauru want to welcome honest individuals who meet global standard and are looking for a straightforward path for a second citizenship.
So following on that, what are the key documents applicants need to prepare?
This is an important question to start the application. While each case is a little different, there are some core documents everyone needs: valid passport, recent police clearance certificate, and medical report. Application or applicants need to provide bank statement and proof of source of fund, birth certificate, plus the government applications. And definitely, if applicable, the marriage certificate and divorce certificate. But you don't be worried. Together, though, all this information or all this document alone, our team with our legal and administrative expert will guide you through everything and every single step by this process until you get the second citizenship and the passport. And this is, our service is not stopped by that. We are with you after you receive the citizenship by renewing your passport, adding your new family member, or handling any other update. In fact, we have one long time client and friend, is really a good friend of mine, who obtained 2 citizenship with us. He obtained Caribbean, Grenada, and Turkish citizenship. And by the way, we renew his passport shortly, and he is now with us. And I guess he's thinking about applying for Nauru citizenship. So he will have 4 citizenship and passport.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Imad. Mr. Nicholas, could you walk us through the steps of the application and the average processing timeline?
Sure. Absolutely. So just to be clear, for the Nauru Citizenship Program, as a program office, we do not process applications ourselves. It's done through an official agent such as NTL and others. So that process starts with your government representative, and then the consultation, etc. As Mr. Beitar just mentioned now, there's an easy process that you go through. So it starts with an initial discussions, etc., and then through the paper documentation. And just one thing to point out: in some cases, and I know that that always comes in as a question from the audience. From our experience when we do webinars, certain documentation might have validity, and others might have not being valid. So like what Mr. Bitar just mentioned now about the passport being valid, as I said, if you are a stateless person, you don't even have a passport sometimes or nationality, and that's okay.
Have this question,
so
actually.
What we go with is we go case by case, and we need 2 forms of formal IDs. 2. Those 2 need to be valid. So for example, if you have a driving license and it's valid, and you have birth certificate, etc. So these two become the important documents. So we do the background checks and due diligence on the person, not on what passports they have now, because as again, like what Mr. Elbitar just mentioned, some people have multiple passports. So what's important with the documentation and how the process starts is you work closely with your agent. They provide all the details, and it's an easy process. So any question, just come back to us or come back to your agent.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Imad, for those who apply is there any online portal where they can track the status of their applications?
Currently, there are no public online portal for tracking the application. However, our role as government authorized agent became key in this point, as Nauru Citizenship by Investment Unit will give us update. And then we personally keep the client informed about every stage. So the client should be not worry where his application, he will get up-to-date information from us.
Returning to the process, Mr. Nicholas, is there a requirement to reside in or visit Nauru during the application, especially with when taking the oath?
Absolutely not. No, there's no requirement, and the interview is done online. There's no need to visit the country, and there's no need to live or spend time on the island.
We now have an important question coming in. Are there any restricted nationalities, people who are not allowed to apply? Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah. I mean, we're not saying people are not allowed to apply. I mean, people are allowed to apply, of course, and they're welcome. However, there is a list of restricted, prohibited, and maybe some countries that, you know, unfortunately, the program cannot take on board at this stage, or cannot, and that might change in the future. And those countries are actually listed on our website officially. So at this stage, the Nauru Citizenship Program cannot be offered to nationals of Russia or Iran. So hopefully, we think, that the situation is fluid, and I think we hope at some stage we can accept, but at this stage we cannot accept from those countries. And of course, the other countries that are being restricted, again, they're mentioned on our website. So for example, you're talking about Myanmar and others, but it's a small list. But the vast majority of people who come from, for example, the areas that perhaps you're dealing with in the Middle East and Africa, they are most welcome.
Even if they have a dual citizenship?
Yeah, so if their origin is from Russia or Iran, they cannot. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if their origin originate from those countries or born in the yeah.
Who can be included in a single citizenship application? Of course, main applicants can include their wives and children, but up to what age can children be added? And what about dependents, such as siblings, parents, or even grandparents? Are there specific conditions or age limits for including them?
There is in general, there is an age limit, but I think with the Nauru Economic and Climate Resilience Citizenship Program, it's one of the best when it comes to, if not the, I mean, it actually is the best when it comes to the flexibility with age. So, for example, you can include a wide range of family members. You can include, so if the main applicant could be the husband, and you include the wife and kids, and then children and grandchildren, and then you can go up a level of grandparents, and you can go sideways and you can include your siblings. Now with siblings, it's up to the age of 30. Again, sorry, it's open in terms of age, but with children it's 30. So it's not your traditional 18 years, but it's up to the age of 30. And the reason for this is we realize that in many countries, children play a huge role in their family constitution. So not everyone who's 18 plus leaves the house and becomes independent. So especially I think in the Middle East, you have people who are maybe 24, 25, 26, still studying. They are not financially independent, and those can be included, of course, up to the age of 30.
Good to know. Now, Mr. Imad, from a business perspective, how can Nauru citizenship help expand international business opportunities?
This question has many owners and business owners interested in this question in general. Nauru citizenship is the key to open up significant opportunities for your international business. It's more simpler for you to open a bank account overseas, register a company, or operate with greater freedom. Having a second citizenship offers a new legal identity, which gives you a greater flexibility to work across different borders, and it can help you to avoid many common hurdles. It can boost your business image as partner and client often see as more trustworthy and global-minded. Second citizenship in general is a very smart way to grow and protect your business and global skill.
So with my Nauru passports, can I open offshore companies and international bank accounts easily?
This is correct, as we mentioned. And there are another important point in this matter. Nauru Commonwealth membership really adds to its international recognition and credibility. In fact, smoother access to bank services and business jurisdiction is aligned with other Commonwealth nations. And this is easier for those focused on global business, and it is certainly a valuable asset for business expansion.
Okay, thanks for that, Mr. Imad. Now, a common question is about taxes. Does having second citizenship change your tax responsibilities at home? And as a citizen of Nauru, do I have any tax obligation?
That's a common question and important. In most cases, getting a second citizenship does not change your tax rules in your home country. And that is important to understand. Your tax obligation typically depend on where you live and where you earn your money, not just your citizen. So if you stay in your original country, you still follow their tax laws. Now, for Nauru specific, there is no personal and income tax, capital gain tax, or you don't pay tax on your worldwide income. You only pay tax if you generate your income in Nauru itself. In general, second citizenship gives you more options to move to countries with tax system and residency rule that suit your financial goal. It's a smart way to protect your wealth and plan for the future.
Great. Let's move on to some practical details about the passport itself. Mr. Nicholas, how long is the Nauru passport valid, and where can holders renew it?
Yes, valid for 10 years. And of course, we're looking 10 years from now. So if you apply and then you get the process, so in 10 years, hopefully we'll still be here. The program will still be here. The Nauru program, which is, as I said, where the program itself mainly runs in New Zealand, in Auckland. So we have an office there. That's the processing office. And we have a team on the island at this stage that work closely with the parliament and with the government. And I'm here overseas, and I have a colleague as well in Asia. But the renewal will be done through us in Auckland office, and it's valid for 10 years. Passport is valid for 10 years.
Okay, speaking of the passports, where can Nauru passport holders travel visa-free? And are there any Arab countries included?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the global mobility is a very important kind of consideration when it comes to citizenship, and we appreciate that. So the main countries that allow visa-free access, again, they're listed on the website, and hopefully they will only grow and expand rather than contract. So we have key hubs around the world. For example, Hong Kong, Singapore. You mentioned Arab countries, so UAE and UK. So for certain clients who are based in Asia, the attraction, for example, might be they have daughters, sons, etc. They have relatives studying in UK, and especially the Asian community, they love to go and visit them in UK visa-free. So that's an attraction. For UAE, what we have noticed is there are some applicants already now we've received from Africa, and the attraction for them is actually UAE. So for some certain countries, it's not easy to get, although it's very easy to come to UAE,
Right.
but for certain countries or nationalities, the attraction to come in visa-free to UAE offers them value. Other countries, I think Egypt and others. So there's a list of countries that you can visit visa-free with Nauru, up to 90. But again, as we move forward, we hope that list will even expand further.
Someone of our guests asked you, is there any plan to enter to the Schengen area?
Not at this stage. So the Nauru passport doesn't have visa-free access to Schengen, but it's a process. So like any other nationality or citizenship, one can apply for visa, and of course, having no passports, if you are maybe Budun or if you are a stateless person, which is the same thing, and applying through a Nauru passport or others, you have a much bbetter chance. But that is up to the individual. And what I can tell you is there's a big percentage of Nauruan citizens who live overseas. So it's common that people will apply for a visa to visit Europe or US and they travel. But we are in communication with the European Union, and we hope that we can offer this in the future. But at this stage, that's not on the table. Yeah.
Now let's address a concern that many people have in mind. Can citizenship ever be revoked? And are there any risks applicants should be aware of? Mr. Nicholas.
Okay, I think this is a general question. Can it be revoked? It can. Obviously, we can only speak about our program, not other countries or nationalities or citizenship programs. If the common rule is, I think it applies to most countries, is that if in the process of obtaining citizenship, some sort of deception was deployed or false documentation, etc., then it will come up, and that can be a valid reason for revoking citizenship or taking an action. But by and large, I mean, just talking in general terms, I don't think we could reach that stage in general with our process that we follow, because we follow a very strict process of due diligence, etc. But in the case of there was forgery or etc., then that can be a reason to revoke it. So, but yeah, it's not something that I think that yeah. And I think maybe I also rely on Mr. Bitar to offer a bit of guidance, because from our perspective we are speaking about one country, we're talking about Nauru, but as government agents, I'm sure the agents will be dealing with different, as you do, FPL. You're dealing with other countries, and you must see this maybe happening in, or maybe you haven't, I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Now, Mr. Imad, here comes my last and the most important question to you. You have worked for decades in the investment regulation industry, offering clients not second citizenship, but full legal solutions, banking, and tax planning. So when would you recommend Nauru citizenship as a right choice for a serious investor? What make these programs especially valuable today?
I truly recommend Nauru Citizenship for the following reasons. First, it's about the speed. Nauru CBI application can be done in just few months, as Mr. Nicholas said, especially compared to larger or longer processing time, what we are seeing now in other jurisdictions. Secondly, it is a cost-effective, and especially for large family. The government had designated a fixed fee contribution for a family of 4 and more, meaning, as also our colleague and friend Nicholas mentioned, we pay only one contribution, and no matter how member family is, that means we pay for the other family member only the due diligence if they are about 16. That means, for example, for a family of 4, we pay approximately 170,000. But if we said what is the cost for family of 8, it will be almost the same. We have to add the passport fees and the due diligence for any member above 16 if is eligible to apply and add it to the application. So, and Nauru is a stable program, clear, and this is direct and has a clear legal structure. Unlike other, often they have debate about their program, unfortunately. And finally, is a true unique, and this is less common, souvenir citizenship offer fresh, distinctive, and legal identity, a powerful asset for serious investor today. That means we have a citizenship what is clean without any comment or what it called problem available in the market from other programs.
Thank you, Mr. Imad. So has anyone successfully obtained the citizenship through this program so far, Mr. Nicholas?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, luckily we're happy to announce that recently, as I said, because the program is brand new, and it took some time to set up the program, etc. But we received a lot of application from multiple agents. So recently, we have approval for a number of applicants, and surprisingly, the background of those applications is not surprisingly to us, but surprisingly to the market, because this is about climate change and resilience and economic resilience. The first family that applied was actually a German family. So in essence,
Nice.
They don't need mobility. Yeah, they don't need mobility, and they actually don't need a second passport. But they've done it because they understand the philanthropy behind it, and if you like, the CSR, the philanthropy, the goodwill, and of course we have also a stateless from Kuwait who's also been approved. So a variety of backgrounds, yeah. And we are processing a new batch of applications, so there'll be more coming soon.
So before we wrap up, let's now turn to some live questions we have received from the audience. We will try to cover as many as possible in the time we have. Mr. Nicholas, we will start with you. Is military service required for new citizens or their children?
At this stage, no.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's no, because there isn't a military in Nauru. So,
okay.
But that can raises a question about the security of the island, etc. So the good part is that Nauru Republic, because it's a small island, as a country, independent country, has a security arrangement with Australia.
Nice.
And the official currency on the island is the Australian dollar.
Thank you. Mr. Imad, are there any legal responsibilities or restrictions that new citizens should be aware of?
Main responsibility or what investor need to take care about it. First, they must obey and completely obey the law by Nauru if they are living there. Just as you would live in your country, And the second thing, you should be, as it mentioned before, when you apply, everything is accurate, that you don't have any problem with your application, and you don't face any restriction or revoke in case you make a serious fraud. That means otherwise you are free to do anything in the world, as you don't have any taxation and you don't have any liability to pay any tax out in Nauru.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Nicholas, if a child is born later outside Nauru, can they inherit citizenship?
So the main applicants will apply, and of course, yeah, it's a so in because I think the terminology, just to make sure that the terminology is so not inherited as in, but I mean it's not an inheritance. It's they are eligible to apply. So once the new born will apply with the relevant, relative details of, birth certificate, etc., all that stuff, right? And the documentation, and perhaps there'll be a small cost, like any other citizenship. So yeah, through application, and yeah, they are eligible, of course.
Okay. Will there be a public record showing that I obtained citizenship in Nauru through the CBI program?
So, I mean, it depends what's meant by this question. Public record in Nauru, there isn't. Overseas, so if you compare to, for example, in some countries, there is a ceremony around obtaining a citizenship. Maybe it's in a town hall, etc. That is not something that's practiced in Nauru. So, but on the flip side, once somebody applies, of course, their details will be shared with international due diligence agencies. So on that front, yeah, to make sure, to do the proper background checks. But Nauru does not publish officially through ceremonies and other practices a list of new citizens or newborns. Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Imad, how can people travel to Nauru?
In general, just by air. There are no possibility by sea, or it's very hard. And Nauru have their own airplanes, and mostly they travel through Fiji or Australia.
Sorry, but we have a lot of questions actually. So we mentioned about stateless individuals, so we can move on. Can applicants use cryptocurrency profits as a source of fund? And is it possible to pay the investment using cryptocurrency? Mr. Nicholas.
Yeah, that's something we were considering, I think, last month or a month before, but I think it's approved. That's something that we will accept. But anyway, I'll come back to you on the official whether we are now, how the process works. But it's something that we considered, and I believe it's something that being approved. Yeah.
Mr. Nicholas, would you like to leave us with a final thought?
Yeah. So thank you so much, NTL, and thank you so much, Mr. Beitar and Ms. Reem. For hosting us and for providing this opportunity, and thank you so much again, for the audience, for the questions and for putting up with us on a Saturday.
Thank you very much, Mr. Imad. Any final words from your side?
Thank you, Mr. Reem, for this fantastic discussion, and really I would like to thank Nicholas for his present today. And to close, I emphasize that for serious investor and family and second citizenship, the second citizenship for Nauru offer a strategic advantage, provide security, flexibility, and a true unique global asset. It is about proactive planning and involving worlds. We look forward to connect with many of you to discuss your specific need. Thank you very much for your time, Paul. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mr. Nicholas and Mr. Imad, for your time and for the valuable information you have shared with us. I also want to thank everyone who joined us today. It was a pleasure to hosting you this webinar. And we look forward to helping you explore your second citizenship options with confidence and clarity. Until next time, take care and goodbye. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.